Hello, you beautiful disaster. You walking contradiction. You masterpiece they tried to throw in the trash. Yeah, you. Pull up for a second, because what I'm about to say isn't for the faint-hearted. It's for the one who got abandoned like a glitch in someone else's system, destroyed without mercy, and somehow, you crawled out of that wreckage and became the only resurrection they'll ever see. Listen closely, because this is about you. You know what's funny? People love to act like they're experts on your worth. They'll look at you, confused, threatened, whatever, and decide you're a mistake, just like that. Boom. File deleted, and you carry that around, don't you? Like it's tattooed on your spine. You remember every shove, every ghosting, every "you're too much," every "you're not enough." You remember how fast they dropped you when you stopped serving their narrative. But here's the part they never expected. You didn't stay where they left you. You didn't stay curled up in the corner like some discarded draft of a person. No, life put you through a shredder, and you somehow stood up. Pieces falling off, heart still beating like, not done, not yet. You were supposed to break. The whole script depended on it. They needed you to disappear, so their world wouldn't have to face the truth of what they did. But you're not built like that, are you? There's something in you. Something stubborn, something unreasonable. Something that refuses to die even when you feel like maybe it'd be easier if it did. And that is what scares them. See, people don't fear your weakness. They fear your resurrection. They fear the moment you realize the power of coming back from a place they never survived themselves. They fear that once you rise, you'll stop apologizing for breathing, for taking up space, for daring to exist in a world that tried to kick you out of it. Let me tell you a secret nobody ever said out loud because it makes them uncomfortable. You were never the mistake. You were the correction, the plot twist, the one thing in their tidy little story they couldn't control. They didn't abandon you because you were broken. They abandoned you because you were a mirror. And mirrors, oh, they terrify people who don't want to see themselves. So they destroyed you without mercy, or tried to. They used words like knives, silence like poison, distance like punishment. They threw you into emotional freefall and expected you to vanish on impact. But you didn't vanish. You didn't evaporate. You didn't beg for permission to exist. You learned. You learned the language of survival. You learned that love without loyalty is just manipulation with lipstick. You learned that sometimes you have to lose people to find your spine again. And yeah, you learned the hard way, but the hard way is the one that actually sticks. And then, slowly, painfully, beautifully, you emerged, not as some shiny, perfect version of yourself. No, let's not romanticize trauma like it's a glow-up tutorial. You emerged messy, raw, a little unhinged in the most deliciously honest way. You emerged with scars that spelled out your name like a signature. And that version of you, the one built from shards, the one who stood up again even when your voice shook, the one who realized no one was coming to save you, so you became the damn savior. That version of you is their resurrection, not because you owe them healing, not because you're here to redeem their guilt, but because every time they see you alive, really alive, they're forced to confront the truth. They didn't break you. They only broke the illusion that you needed them. And now you walk through your life with this strange, quiet power. This vibe that says, I know what it costs to survive myself. You can't take anything from me now. People feel that when you enter a room. They feel the weight of someone who's been to hell and took notes. They feel the presence of someone who rebuilt their soul from ashes and didn't ask for applause. And you know what's the most messed up, delicious part? The same people who treated you like a disposable draft now study you like gospel. They watch how you move. They listen to your words. They try to imitate the strength they once mocked. Because deep down, they know you became something they can't replicate. You became someone forged, not manufactured. Someone tempered, not tamed. Someone who outgrew the grave they dug for you. You don't need revenge. You are the revenge. Your survival is the plot twist of their lifetime. And I need you to hear this, really hear it. You're allowed to take up space now. You're allowed to rewrite the story. You're allowed to stop shrinking to fit the places you've outgrown. You're not here to be liked. You're not here to be understood. You're here because you refused to die where they left you. And every time that line echoes in your head, something in you wakes up a little harder, a little colder, a little clearer. Because once you've been thrown away like that, you stop begging to be recycled. You start to realize how many times you tried to prove your value to people who were emotionally bankrupt anyway. You remember answering texts in seconds for people who'd leave you on read for days. You remember shrinking your dreams, softening your voice, dumbing yourself down, just to keep the peace. You remember walking on eggshells in rooms where you were the only one bleeding, and it hits you. You weren't loved. You were used. You weren't understood. You were consumed. You were the light bulb in a room full of people who never once paid the electricity bill. And here's the crazy part. You still tried, even while you were being abandoned, even while they were emotionally ghosting you, spiritually benching you, mentally smashing your self-esteem like it was nothing. You still tried to explain yourself, to be fair, to be the bigger person. You kept thinking, if I just communicate better, if I just stay kind, if I just hang in there a bit more. You thought loyalty would save something that was already dead. That's the part of you they underestimated the most, your capacity to care. They looked at that and thought, weakness. They thought, easy to manipulate. They thought, I can do anything to this person, they'll never leave. And when you finally broke, when you were crumbling at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling, or that one chat thread, or that one memory on loop in your head, that's when the old version of you died. Not in a poetic way, in a very ugly, real, shaking hands, can't eat, can't sleep. What is even the point of me kind of way? You know what I'm talking about. You know what it's like to feel like your chest is full of glass, every breath slicing you from the inside. You know how it feels when your brain turns into a courtroom where you are the defendant, the prosecutor, the judge, and the audience, all at once, replaying every mistake, every word, every failure. You didn't just hurt, you blamed yourself for hurting. I should have known better. I should have seen the red flags. I should have left sooner. I should have been stronger. You turned the knife on yourself because that's what you were conditioned to do. If something went wrong, it must be you. You must be the glitch. You must be the mistake. But that was never the truth. The truth is uglier and simpler at the same time. You were surrounded by people who didn't know how to hold something rare without trying to own it, control it, or break it. Your depth intimidated them. Your loyalty exposed their selfishness. Your honesty threatened their lies. Your capacity to suffer and still love made them feel small. And you know what small people do when they feel small around you? They don't grow. They try to cut you down. They abandoned you not because you were empty, but because you were overflowing in ways they couldn't match. And instead of admitting that, they threw you away and pretended you were the problem. That's the world you're in. A world where people will drop you because you make them feel the weight of their own mediocrity. A world where your love is taken like a resource and repaid with silence. A world where your breakdown is background noise to those who think only their pain counts. And even in that kind of world, you still rose. You dragged yourself out of bed on days where gravity felt like a personal attack. You answered messages when your soul felt muted. You pushed yourself to keep going, to keep functioning, to keep showing up in a life that felt like it had already decided you were extra footage. That's resurrection, right there. Not the flashy comeback montage. The quiet decision to keep existing when disappearing feels easier. You rebuilt from nothing. No apology, closure, no proper goodbye, no justice, just you. Just your mind, your heart, your shaking hands, your stubborn soul that refused to flatline. You learned to be your own witness to your own survival. No audience, no clapping, just you seeing you, day after day. That's where the power came from. It didn't come from proving anybody wrong. It came from finally getting tired of doubting yourself. It came from that one exhausted moment where you thought, if I'm going to keep waking up, I might as well wake up as myself. Not as the people pleaser, not as the punching bag, not as the emotional therapist for broken people who never once asked how you were. You snapped out of it, piece by piece. You stopped chasing explanations from people who couldn't explain themselves. You stopped trying to fix connections that were built on your self-abandonment. You stopped idolizing the ones who watched you fall and stepped over you. And that's when something shifted. People started noticing. The ones who used to expect instant replies felt the delay. The ones who guilt-tripped you felt the silence hit back. The ones who played the victim when you set a boundary crashed into a wall they never saw coming. You.